After that extremely long cutscene with Olin, I mean, yes, I know he told us a lot of very important things. Let's get back to, well, the main quest again. I think it's important to say that normally you wouldn't be jumping from main quest to main quest, being an open world game, but that's how I'm going to play it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a maybe not the best. Once again, I'm not playing this game in a good way. Please do not take this playthrough as a representation of what the game is like.
Yeah. How many side quests are there? Are there a lot of them?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, what other explanation could I possibly give there?
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of like quests, or not just quests, but like entries in the log and stuff.
Oh yeah, we saw that last time where it's just like there are so many like log and lore and collectibles. I mean, even looking like what I'm looking at right now, just actually glancing at the modifications for each one of the things.
Yeah, it seems relatively sophisticated, the system. I don't really have a good basis for comparison. Would you agree with that? Like, it seems like
there's a good amount of depth that you can get into if you so feel like it, but clearly, you know.
He says it's the 5 times montage begins.
Yeah, we're back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like there's so many things where you can go. Like, I should be getting a mount right now. I should be clearing out zones. God, I was talking in one of a stream recently about, like, I'm trying to show these games, even if, like, in the commentary we're shitting all over the game and whatever. It's like I'm still trying to show off the game in the best light. I do feel bad that I'm doing a disservice to Horizon here, which is otherwise a pretty good game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the play style. The play style is so antithetical to how I play video games.
So you're communicating with people through the focus, is that right?
Yeah, there's only the one person, the mysterious unknown caller that we saw last time.
Okay.
And he was just telling us he's left us some goodies somewhere, which I didn't think was important to turn it off at 5 times speed. But hey, I finally got a mount.
Mm-hmm.
I did it.
Hooray.
I did it, everybody. It's a robot goat. A robe goat. Maybe the greatest of all time mount.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, also speaking of the way that you don't play the video game, you normally wouldn't just run through here. You would fight the people, but I don't need to.
So this is the base that we started in?
No, this is like this is an Eclipse base. Basically, that's why they have the corruptors kind of hanging around here.
Oh, okay.
They have made their home around a place called Maker's End, where we might be finding out who that one mysterious woman is, or maybe not, because it's kind of hard to say right now. We're sort of going off of I saw a picture of her there once.
Okay. Is the parkour stuff enjoyable?
I think the parkour stuff is pretty good, but it is very it's very
constrained.
how would I even describe it? Automated.
Yeah, like you're not doing that skill stuff. It's a nice little thing that you're able to do with your character.
Yeah, it's a thing that's been very common in. Yeah, here's like a lot of the collectibles. Look at the amount of things you can get here, and the ones that I'm not.
Well, in fairness, I always hate that kind of collectible stuff where it's just sets of stuff where you're just, okay, well, I need to get the coffee cup that looks like my mother or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're looking like the coffee cup that looks like Aloy's mother's head.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it is. There's a bunch of stuff like
that.
Well,
I guess the joke would be that it's just plain because she has no mother.
Well, I mean, I guess you could consider that one woman her mother, kind of.
Well, she probably.
We don't really know yet.
Let's be honest. She probably has a mother.
It's something. Look, we'll figure it out in time, I'm sure.
Okay.
As it is. So here we got like actual boss fight. This isn't just fighting like a corruptor and a bunch of dudes. I mean, okay, it is fighting a bunch of dudes still, but that thing is a for real war machine. This is not a robo goat.
Well, it's evil. We know that because it's a Deathbringer. Now we've got to kill the cultist and the Deathbringer in order to be good.
Oh yeah, and I mean let's just say right now, the thing that kind of tripped me up with this fight, maybe more than anything else, is, well, one, and this is going to come as a shock, you can't fight this thing in melee.
Oh.
It'll just hit you with a flamethrower immediately, and the flamethrower has a hitbox that goes far longer than the actual spout of flame would indicate. So it just ain't gonna work.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna wait for everyone to get close enough to you to kill them with the melee thing, and then you're gonna snipe it when it's the only one left.
I'm trying. I'm doing. Look, see, I'm doing it. Okay, fine. I'm not doing the thing. Let's just go run out there and kill him with the spear. Yeah, whatever. And then we're just gonna snipe him from behind cover. Yes, fine. But the other thing, of course, is that it's just like, man, these cultists are kind of hard to find. Like, there's a lot of ones sniping at you, and you need to kill them all. You must. You have no choice in the matter. So that's the other thing that kind of messed me up over the course of this fight.
This kind of reminds me of when I was playing Dark Souls. If you got annoyed with me because I kept grinding out, like in Orlando and the village or whatever.
Oh, I didn't get annoyed with you about that. I got annoyed that you wouldn't get good.
Oh yeah.
Like, come on, how dare you?
And in retrospect, I should have gotten good. That was.
You really should have just got. I don't know why you didn't just get good.
It's so easy to get good.
It's so easy.
Anyone can do it.
Just do it.
Basically, if you're not above average, then you're a failure.
Is good above average?
Well, it is in my definition.
See, this is what I'm talking about, where it's just like, that flamethrower has a really big hitbox.
Well, I should say...
And I wanted to.
If you're not in the top 5%, nay 1%, you're actually garbage in games.
Gotta cut you out of my life.
Yeah, exactly. You're not performing.
Like, I can't have low achievers on my stream, which is why you're the only person here.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
I'm getting there with Rocket League, but nothing else.
Look at the pathetic tripwire that I put down there that is just completely unusable. That's the one thing I shot out. But here's where I'm just like, this was actually several attempts into it, and I'm just like, okay, fine. I'll do it. I don't want
play
to.
Your game.
Thankfully, it's actually pretty easy to do that because this thing can't move.
Yeah, I suppose.
Also, it's already down like half health, so.
Yeah.
Look, these are like ancient war machines they're digging out of the ground. They're not like in the best condition.
So what I'm gathering from this is that there are criticals and they're kind of hyper-criticals if you get like the exact...
Yeah.
Okay, which makes
weak
sense.
points that you need to hit, and those are the ones that are glowing. Those are the like what would you even call it? Heat sinks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And as you can see, it's kind of like automatically overheating just as it's firing.
Which seems
which is why those are coming out.
Like a pretty realistic system. Like if you shoot an arrow into somebody's chest, that's probably like, you know, a critical hit. But it's like if you shoot it into their heart or lungs, then they're dead. Like pretty much.
But thankfully, also like the individual weaponry on the side have equal effects on the overall health bar. Don't even question it.
And I'm guessing this is going to be a running theme with this series. You know, you can confirm or deny this if you want, or we don't even have to talk about it. But I'm sure all the bosses on some level are going to require some, or not maybe all, but most of the big bosses are going to require some arrows. Is that right?
The unfortunate... Yeah, there's me just raging against the literal machine by whacking it one time with the... Now, here's the thing. It's just like, yo, didn't I kill all the cultists in the Deathbringer? Deathbringer seems to be pretty dead if you were to ask me.
Yeah, and that was
But yeah, we are going to see, unfortunately, I do have to... Look, it's not going to be precision firing, but I am going to start firing some more arrows as we get farther in here. I don't want it to be that way, but it do. So, yeah, isn't the thing dead? Like, the thing's dead. Like, yo, complete the quest already.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Oh, so there's probably one yeah,
there's like one cultist somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like that's like one of those, like, that's kind of a design flaw. Like, you need to make it so that you can always kill that last person. If that's
like when you kill the big Deathbringer robot, just, you know,
just
quietly
have
execute.
That be the objective. Yeah.
No, that's not it.
Well, what should happen really is if you kill the Deathbringer, then the last person should just go away. Like, you can't kill anyone.
There's an indicator on the side of the screen. There he is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I heard somebody yell, basically, and then it's just like, oh, there they are.
Well, the trick is, once you've killed the Deathbringer, then they can't die, so you have to kill the Deathbringer last. So you actually failed this automatically.
I should have known.
This is actually a failed run.
Well,
it's funny because I didn't know that would happen. Okay, good.
Okay, it still counts it as being done, and in fact gets rid of the Deathbringer corpse, and then puts the guy that I'm supposed to examine right in the middle of the arena.
That's pretty cute.
Thank you, game designers.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
That must have come up in testing.
Well, yeah. So no, I didn't have to redo that entire thing again, thank God.
Unacceptable.
Alright, it's Hades.
Unacceptable.
Oh, I like that game.
No, he's not a good guy.
Okay.
He's a real jerk. Look, after having played a lot of that game, it's like Hades is a real jerk.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I know he's just trying to be a good dad, but still.
Hades?
Yeah.
Hey! Mysterious
He's impossible to
stranger.
please.
Did you see that? No answer, huh? Figures.
Well, he is mysterious.
Things just keep getting
Think of this
stranger.
mysterious stranger. But not the delightful novella by Mark Twain or possibly an imposter.
Yeah. That inspired a perk you could get in I think that was the inspiration for the perk that you could get in one of in the Fallout games.
Probably. That game was like there was a claymation of it. It's really like
for identity
you know.
scan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Saying that might have been made by an imposter sort of thing though. Interesting.
yeah, apparently, yeah,
I
it's
know
somebody who wrote it like in the classic American style where you come up with something witty and attribute it to Mark Twain. That's possibly what happened.
Writing trends.
Yes.
Entry authorized.
It's like, hey, man, certainly marketability has not become any different in recent years.
Yeah.
Or recent centuries, as the case may be.
That classic Market Twain marketing.
That's why they called him then.
Yeah. For his industry and his success in enterprises.
I don't actually know how successful he was. Hey, look, we're going in a big door.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, due to the fact that it's faded to white, I guess we're waking up. Whatever. It's not that bright in here, I'm just saying.
355,000.
Well, that puts a date on the game then, I suppose.
Yeah. 350.
Because it was like 2065.
That's 100 years ago.
Saw in episode 1.
355,000. 10 days and 10 minutes. Seasons of love.
Is that really the only line from that Rent song that you know?
Well, what about love? I know that line.
Okay, fine.
You're like,
I'll give it to you.
Deathbringer. Or a statue of one, anyway. A machine.
why wouldn't you
Little
just...
mini baby Deathbringer.
Honored it.
I gotta say, I think they probably should have just made it 525,000. Why not?
600 minutes.
I mean, so basically, they're saying this is about 1,000 years old.
100 years.
355,000 would be 1,000 years.
Days.
What were they doing here?
Or I don't know. Maybe.
Well, just, yeah, whatever.
Hey, Unknown Caller's back.
And they made machines.
He actually knows some stuff about stuff.
I've uploaded some data files to your focus.
Finally.
A corporation is a bit like a Zaibatsu crossed with a tribe.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no smell to it.
Not
Like, just call it
headed by Heihachi though, unfortunately.
Just call it a guild, you guys.
Call it a concern.
Yeah.
Another cave-in. But I could get through.
Now let me explain to you an S corporation and a partnership.
Just use the tribe metaphor for like 20 minutes. Well, so it's like when you've got your own.
Well, we're already
Okay.
Unknown Caller is already done.
Okay, fair enough.
he's not. We're not getting Persona 5.
Okay. It's fine.
Explanation
It's
here,
absolutely
thankfully.
fine. I'm just being jerk.
Oh
We're in
my
that
God,
mode. We
this-
just recorded one, so
We just recorded that, and it was the all-encompassing Void episode. So tensions are high.
The
No, not
views-
tensions. Expectations are low.
the viewers don't know what that means.
Or maybe they're watching. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, hey, this one took me a long time to do because I didn't notice that there was a point that you could hang on to left of me there. Yeah, there it is. That's like
Magic
the
of
other
editing.
thing. The place that I went up, that was the secret area.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't find the critical path. That's
I really do like the parkour like, in terms of just like the animation, though it is a little bit like it's not like a skill.
that's the Uncharted thing. It's just like ever since Uncharted took the gaming world by storm,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of games have been very, very much into doing this sort of deal. It's all, like I said, very automated. It's not like there's a real easy way to fail it or anything. But you know, hey, it looks cool.
It's fun to think of like the mocap artist for those, just like doing that on the
Oh, yeah.
ground, like just
You
just
know that it's like they had to do that like many times
Yeah,
too
like,
and everything.
hopping around like a frog on the ground and just doing these kicks and it just sounds like a really fun time for everyone.
It's a big part of the game. They got to get it perfect.
I realize it's somebody's job, but I'm sure I'm sure everyone had a lot of fun with it.
Ha, you idiot! Thought that you could climb up on a blue thing? No, only yellow stuff.
Yeah, it's like after the the parkour day in the or the parkour week, I'm sure it was pretty underwhelming to be like on the mocap team.
Several months, probably.
You know what I mean? Like after that, it's like, okay, now we've got to model you like walking around now. I don't know.
And we got to model you like your arms 90 degrees to the side,
Yeah.
back and forth, as we've seen in the 5x speed sections.
Yeah.
Do that sort of like I don't know. I'm trying to think what you would call that walk. That's been something that I've been struggling with this entire playthrough so
What?
far, trying to remember like what the hell that is called.
Arms akimbo.
Got dark.
Something like that.
I think that's.
But not like Naruto or something.
Mhm. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But
Yeah, whatever.
anyway, so I'm just picturing like, okay, bad news. We lost the mocap for some of the parkour. We're gonna need you to do some reshoots on that. And then everybody being like, oh, that's terrible. I hate the parkour section. Okay, let's do the parkour. I can't wait. Let's do it again. Let's run it back.
This was, yeah, man. That one I was actually, this is not like a section where you, like, there's no enemies here. Not really a section where you fail too much, again, because like the parkour is pretty automatic, but like they still make it look like it might fail anyway.
Yeah. No, I like that. And I feel like the way to do that would be to just have a few sections where it's too high for you and you kind of jump up and you have to come back down because you can't reach. But I don't think that is how this engine works.
Make it more like a maze or something. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But like also considering the trouble that I've already had trying to recognize the very obvious critical path, it's like maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, we can't all be like Valve. Like,
you put lights where you want people to go.
yeah.
As it's the simplest design bit that they've done, and I still find that the most like agreeable thing. It's like yep, do it like that.
Few good handholds.
And I do like that they're like just these. It's just a long section. You're kind of climbing this tower. That's kind of a neat little touch.
Wonder what we'll find.
Again, after you're supposed to have fought. Actually, I think I could have even climbed up higher than this. Probably for some good stuff, but instead we're gonna go do. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Olin cutscene last time because we're getting another big one.
Raised from this device. Do you wish to deploy alpha privileges to recover purge data?
Sure.
Yes, I believe I do.
I mean, why not? I don't really have any other plans up here. There actually wasn't really too many plans as to why I was coming in here in the first place. Well, I got here just in time.
I believe the zettabyte is 1,000 terabytes.
Is it? Yeah.
I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's million.
Can't really say I remember. And it comes in the form of a virtual one of these, like,
Yeah.
audio logs.
But just to be clear,
Yeah,
just,
2064,
it just
there we go.
means a ton of
It's been
ton of
years.
data.
Where's your
There's
legal
a
team,
lot of
Ted?
data in there.
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
My
All right,
wristwatch.
This to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. you know, get.
Shut up and tell us about the
You
apocalypse.
screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots.
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would if we could.
Okay, so
They're not
you know, kind of the malicious AI
This
you
swarm has
can't
gone
hurt.
rogue, Ted.
Malicious AI,
Or
basically.
rogue AI.
I mean, that's
maybe is a better word.
considering there's a ton of robots all over the place, and we just
And I'll
fought
take
like
that lunch.
super robot, super death robot. It's like I think that was kind of what you would expect here.
Yeah, not exactly shocking.
Sobek here, but they hated each other.
However,
Another file has been recovered.
more files. Yeah, that's right. You thought it was just the one? You naive fool.
I love files. I'm kind of a file.
A philophile.
Isn't a
Okay,
glitch.
yeah. I don't know what the
It's a
actual word is.
catastrophe.
Fully aware.
Okay, fine. Shut up.
It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Line of killer robots. What happened to them?
that consume biomass as fuel.
In emergencies.
It's just like when you have like magic robots that can suck the life out of the surroundings. It's just like, why even bother putting a gun on it?
Yeah. I do like that this is just like it feeds on biomass and it self-replicates. That's actually interesting because you kind of it's sort of a cruel twist for like humans' domination over nature. You create the thing that will be.
I mean,
the
it's your
movement
standard
closer.
Grey Goose storyline, except they're big robots with guns.
Know what I mean?
Yes.
Right. Before the truth gets
You
out,
would think that it's,
I will do anything.
you know, that is a, we do actually see like some examples of the biomass eating thing, and it really is like virtually magic. Like when you plop a robot down, it's just like it just starts sucking up stuff like Spaceballs.
The Faro robots threatened
I
to
can't.
They
Be,
basically built Mega Maid, is what I'm saying.
when I was younger, I used to read like a lot of novellas,
fell, but
like from that transhumanism, like Ray Kurzweil's sort of school. I used to read a lot of those, and so I've played a lot of the games that are like these, like Palace Principle games, one of the more recent ones. So, there we go.
Jesus, Liz.
So the name
Yeah,
of the
there we go.
game.
Yep, I told you Zero Dawn
Is
was
there
in
a
fact a
nicer
thing
way
in
to
the
say
game.
Yeah.
this? I would have proposed it.
I mean, I didn't have any reason to doubt you. I don't know why.
When I
I was
asked you
just
to find
I was just vamping on it a little bit. I didn't.
Yeah, but now we know what it is. Actually, we don't know what it is.
It may be grim.
It's very vague.
Now
Wait,
sign the proposal.
sign it. I can't sign that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
That, Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
Okay, this dialogue
I'm
is
speaking
not
to
very
you from
snappy, and I'm
VTOL
not
en route
just
to
trying to
US
be mean.
Robot Command.
Like, sign it. You know I
Look,
can't
it's-
sign that.
With General Harris and the
I
rest
think
of the
you can
Joint
sign
Chiefs.
that,
What?
but
I think you will sign that. I think you did sign that 1,000 or 100 years ago, whatever.
Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest
One of the
corporation
two.
has guaranteed the funds necessary to
so
build
what is
Zero
Zero
Dawn.
Dawn the force that's going to counter these robots? Is
We'll
that-
find out soon enough.
Okay.
No one else on this planet
Fair
knows
enough.
the real
Ba-
cause of
basically.
the glitch.
Jesus.
But I mean, you know, look, we're not gonna get the entire story here. Come on, man.
Sign.
We've got so much more of Horizon to do.
Mhm. I'll sign the thing that I can sign,
Look
but
on
I
the
don't
bright
want
side,
to.
Ted.
And you're
From here
threatening
on
me.
out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
So anyway, the real villain of the game, Bast, is already dead. But there's also Ted Faro here, who I guess we can blame for the apocalypse.
Yeah. Damn you,
Stupid
Ted.
idiot. Damn it, Ted.
made her solutions.
I mean, I guess you did die like 1,000 or 100 years ago. One of the two.
Yeah. But he led.
Probably figure out which one it is.
It is 1,000.
I don't want to be wrong on this point.
If it's 300,000 days, then that's
It's probably 1,000 years ago, considering that everything has, like, you know, calcified.
and
but,
to
you
the
know.
point where everyone has forgotten
Couldn't
about
have
the
been
old
my
girl.
mother. She lived
Like-
ages ago. All this searching.
Yeah,
was
true,
still no
true.
closer.
So why do we think? Why does she think that Sobek is her mother?
Because she looks exactly like her, and we saw the genetic comparison thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah. Of course.
You wish.
There he is.
Do you really have no
Wow.
idea?
This is actually my
how
favorite character in the entire
monumental are
game.
discoveries you just made, Aloy?
Cool.
Because it's like he actually cares about like figuring out about the past and everything, and she's just like, oh, my mom, me mum.
Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right
I
now,
love the
that's
hologram
the
thing.
one you choose.
It's fun.
I've spent decades searching
It definitely
for the
evokes
words
Overground a
trying
little
to
bit.
solve the mystery of what happened to
Yeah.
them.
I mean, I don't think that's a coincidence.
David Bowie's character in Overground is there.
But I could never
Well, I mean, I think that's a coincidence. I was thinking more like Star Wars. or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't hear. When you said Omicron, somehow my brain didn't register that and auto-corrected to Star Wars.
Auto-corrected to an actual good thing.
That's my name.
It's like, oh, did you say Omicron? I'm sorry. I think you meant Star Wars.
So is the voice act? I mean, I'll hear the voice actor later, but is the voice actor
All
pretty good?
compassion run. Oh wait, that was the wrong one.
You've made your point.
Oh, I ruined my all compassion run.
To learn more about this
The
subject.
speedruns.org will not be able to validate this run
Still
now.
don't understand my connection to her. Or why
I don't know
the
why I thought a
Eclipse tried to
brain was
kill me,
compassion. That's not how that
or
works.
Who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Well, I'll have to make sure not to screw that up later, lest I walk down the path of aggressive run.
So Silence is long dead, right? He's a product of the
I mean, that's exactly what I thought. It's just like, so he's like an AI or something. That's why he knows about the old world. That's why he only talks over like
Common thread is your connection to
the
a
cyberverse.
But
Yes.
what is that connection?
That it's like he's one of the old
She
ones,
couldn't
right?
have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
Yeah.
We don't know
It
the
would be
connection.
very weird if
The only
we
way to
just
find out
meet
is to keep
Silence
going,
like in
to keep
person.
making
I don't think that's
discoveries.
happening.
And it's like, oh yeah, I have all of this knowledge. I mean, it's like at this point in time, he could just be Hades, trying to fuck around. Well, then again, Hades, at least from what we've heard, takes a very
The old
direct
civilization was
approach
destroyed, but
to
life
how
was
it
saved.
speaks. But
Obviously.
and maybe it's like the opposite. Maybe it's
What did
Zeus.
Elizabeth do? How did she
Does
stop
the name
robots
Silence
before all was lost?
silence,
Yes.
you know,
Dawn.
Exactly the
evoke
question.
something specific as far as like the
Don't get the answer.
ancient Greece
course I do.
gods.
I think it might just be Silence.
Yeah. I mean,
Not so fast, Silence.
okay. Now, normally it's just like, yeah, we just saw a bunch of cutscenes, but
Told you quite
this is I actually genuinely like Silence because it's like a character who seems to have more of an idea of what's going on and is like actually doing research into it and everything,
So far as I can
even if
tell,
he is just like the
Eclipse are just
benevolent
following
AI to the malevolent
Hades who
Hades.
wants me dead.
Yeah. It's the way that he's unfolding with the information.
The Eclipse describe him as a buried shadow,
Mhm.
some kind of devil.
That
Also, his
thing
name is Hades.
spoke to me
Also, he has the
outside.
power symbol
I
as
need that focus
his
and
whole
sword.
thing.
Yes.
It's like, I don't know. I feel like that there's a very clear sort of like line of thinking that we're looking at here.
More like a phantom.
Is he the like ghost, the ascended version of the pharaoh robots that caused the apocalypse in the first place?
Has to be.
Because that's and
Hades
that,
using the Eclipse
at least
to resurrect
for what little we know, it's just like that's where my speculation would go.
Yeah, and I think what Silence is doing that's interesting is not just actually providing us with information about the old world and stuff, but kind of embodying the aesthetic in that he looks like this, you know, he looks like he's fighting in a, you know, he's got that dress that looks like he could be in like a Roman kind of, you know, some.
Yeah, with like the
Ancient.
bandolier and everything, and
Yes.
then the cloak.
Yes.
Also, he's got cyber facial hair,
Yes.
which I think is neat.
He's got this ancient, you know, look, but he's also a hologram from the from our far future, and it's got this nice little green and purple.
100 or 1,000 years, one of the two. Sorry.
Like yeah, and it's like we could see him like the backdrop of like a purple hologram against that green, like the greenery of, you know, the overgrowth. It's
Yeah,
a nice
because
little,
otherwise it would be pretty hard to see.
it's a really nice little aesthetic that's going on here, and then you've got the thing that's behind him, the facility.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah,
little.
I bet Silence.
Why do you know so much about the eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things.
Yeah, okay, we got it.
Yeah, okay, I think we've got it. Yeah.
Or anyone else, I don't.
Sure.
I'm nothing if not independent.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like Elizabeth Sobek. It's like we don't even need to ask
You said
that.
you've known for some
But I mean,
time that
okay.
far
So
war
what's
machines
the
destroyed the
deal with these
civilization of
guys?
the old
They make
days.
robots.
The
They cause the
evidence put it that
apocalypse.
way. But until now,
Now, I gotta say,
the full scope of their danger.
it is a little bit implausible to me that this species would overrun humanity, because I mean they're
But the robots we've
powerful,
seen
but
so far
they're
are
not like
corruptors and
all
Deathbringers.
powerful. You know what I
They don't
mean?
do
Like,
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
I mean,
So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of?
I mean,
yes, because they can just suck the life out of everywhere. But it's like there's a certain level of like
Elizabeth told
there.
Farah she
It's
was headed for a
this
place
is the
called
like
US
magic
Robot
part of the
Factory.
game that you just
The
kind of have
you
to
have to take
accept.
it,
Is
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I'm not like,
The place still
not being
exists.
hypercritical here. It's just
The Oseram
we'll find that a little bit hard to take.
Yes, it is. It is silly that robots could just
Find it in
school
the
on
Eastern
humanity
Mountains.
like this.
Uh-huh.
But whatever, that's what happened. Okay.
Well, I guess you kind of say, okay, it's an AI,
to call them.
right? Like it's
I'll contact you when
it's
you get
smarter
there.
than humans or something.
I can't
You know what I
wait.
mean?
Someday
You
we'll
kind
know.
of
But I mean, it is Grey Goo scenario basically,
yes.
except with actual big robots.
Well, getting down would be a lot faster than getting
You'd
up.
think you could just go and like I don't know,
Let's
nuke
hope
the
that's
thing and
next.
that would be it. But whatever.
Well, I guess if you grant that premise that it's a really smart AI, well, they'd probably have some sort of counter to that, or if you tried to nuke them, it
Well,
would
the
hurt
thing with the
humanity.
nuclear bomb actually is that it does pretty much disable all electronics around there,
Right.
along with like the whole everything else.
Right, it does.
Because
but
of the whole.
you'd have to get
Yeah.
a tight enough concentration of the robots for that to be effective, though. Otherwise, you have to just keep nuking areas. If they're in semi-populous areas, then you may have to kill more humans.
Well, if
than
it's that or
robots.
the apocalypse.
Well, also, you could kind of assume if we're doing this, then the rogue AI could take over the nuclear supply or something.
That's it's not really like a rogue AI. It's more like I don't know. At least like the way that they present the robots, they're like mindlessly
They're
replicating.
just the animals.
Or maybe they're not. Maybe that's Hades. That's
a good. So
it doesn't. If it was Hades, though, why is it making itself known now? Unless it was somehow shut down for 1,000 years until somebody opened up the crypt, or who knows?
yeah, Pandora's box, etc.
And here's where I disassemble all of the really good stuff, irritating everybody that's played this game before. I gotta clear out room, don't you understand? Wait, but you just disassembled like 10 different hearts of machines, which are the rare ones that you use to craft like all the weapons that you don't. Yeah. I'll deal with that later.
Yeah, I'm so glad I haven't played this game and have no reason to be upset. I'm kind of.
Anybody that has played that game is probably fuming right now after seeing that.
Like, how dare you, sir? How dare you?
I spent 2 hours grinding up that thing.
Mm.
And then I apparently forgot to cut out this little section. Okay, but anyway, we going up here. We're not going to do the grave hoard today, but we're at least going to, like, get to it.
Uh-huh.
Because, I mean,
Now, are you
we got enough lore
are
for
you
one
thoroughly
day, right?
exploring these areas? I know you're not doing the side
No.
quests, but are you kind of going from place to place, and then there are a bunch of side quests that are showing up when you get there, but you're not doing them? Is that right?
Right.
But, like, that's what's on the map. The map, like, your map, personally, is just, like, 5 points that you're walking between so far, or 10 points or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to
You
be a
got it.
jerk. I wanted to establish that. Because
No, you should be a jerk. Because, like I said, I am totally playing. Once again, this is a bad playthrough.
So you brought me here to be fresh eyes and kind of, like, just give you crap the whole time.
You're my Hades to my silence.
I'm a hater. I don't know if I'm Hades.
Also, it's just like I don't really know if Silence is a good person yet. He's very not like open about what he's. I mean, I guess he's helping out.
Well, it's
Alloy,
kind of
but
good when
that's
you've
fine.
got that. Where again, like, it's a lot better than Persona. You have an exposition, a character that gives you a lot of exposition, but they might be unreliable. What a concept! Interesting character.
Yeah.
It's really that
But hey,
simple.
I mean, he also has like the ability to basically straight up hijack Alloy's focus, so that is kind of a thing right now.
Mhm. Hopefully he's good.
At least, yeah, hopefully. I mean, I don't know. Clearly, look, he's got like some sort of alter plan, different plan, but like whatever. He's also like explicitly, seemingly trying to help us stop the devil.
Well,
which-
yeah, and when I
enemy mine scenario.
to be clear, when I say hopefully, I mean from Eloy's perspective. I mean, hopefully he's got some interesting stuff going on. It's really the
Oh yeah,
hope.
hopefully he's got some interesting stuff going on. I
Yeah.
think that's unquestionable, but we hope that about every character.
Of course.
Again, we shouldn't be doing this immediately after Persona 5.
Yeah. It just
Every
has
time.
completely lowered our expectations.
It's just like, boy, I hope this plot doesn't become completely terrible.
I hope they actually have a plot.
Yeah, we gotta like divorce ourselves from that a little bit better.
Because so far, this is pretty solid.
No, I think Horizon's a great game.
Yeah.
I just think that once again, I'm doing a very bad playthrough of it.